So second day was a very hectic day. We had to move from Butray to Cape 3 Points.
I don't like driving through deep sand. I don't know how to do it, but every other thing is pretty awesome.
Take off your helmet, take off your helmet. Take off your helmet. Join together, suffer together. It's fine, yeah.
All right, rock and roll, let's go.
Rock and roll.
Last year was bad, but this year is terrible. It's so bad that one of the riders is out. A spare rider has taken charge. Yes. I'm dehydrated.
First time on the AIS adventure trip, and I must say it's been awesome so far. The terrain has been rough, but I'm glad I was able to navigate most of it. I've had one fall, documented one fall, but everything is fine, everything's okay. As you can see, I'm good because I was properly geared, so there was no harm done to me. But the adventure is good, the terrain is awesome. This is adventure. This is adventure on a motorcycle.
Look, the road to Cape 3 Points is not the best of roads, but if you get to Cape 3 Points, you'll forget about the road. I've been struggling to understand why that name, Cape 3 Points. The view and what you see at Cape 3 Points, oh my, oh my. The sea, I don't know whether it's turquoise, I don't know whether it's blue, I don't know whether it's green, but it's as clear as anything you will find. I mean, being the southernmost tip of Ghana, you should expect the sea to be what it is. But look, when you see it in person, you understand what I'm saying. I think everybody should visit Cape 3 Points.
Take a shot here. Then we go to the old lighthouse before the new one.
at Cape 3 Points, we weren't having water at all. We just had a few bottles we had to share amongst everyone. So not much hydration. So that is where Gerald's problems started, because he has this condition where he sweats a lot. On our way back, we were paired. I brought the initiative where we are supposed to bed. So Gerald was my personal partner, where I have to look out for him, he has to look out for me. When we were coming, we got to a part of the road which was very, very bad. It was a turning hill where we go around the mountain, and you know it's a hill, so when it rains, it creates a lot of gullies. It was extremely, extremely bad. So when I got there, I had an instinct, yo, this place is bad, stop and wait for the others to come so you can direct them, because I saw something at the turn, there was a gully there, stop and let the others come. But I was like, oh no, they are capable enough and they know what to do, because I forgot about, I didn't have the information of Gerald's condition then. So I went ahead. After some time, I looked in my mirror. Because I was standing, I wasn't looking in my mirror constantly. After some time, I sat down and looked in my mirror. I'm not seeing any dust behind me, and I'm not seeing Gerald. So I stopped for a couple of minutes, about 5 minutes. No one was coming. So immediately I started cussing. I was like, oh no, and I cussed. I can't use the words here. And I cussed. I turned around and I was going. Right where I had the instinct, I was coming and I saw Gerald lying on the floor right there. I just parked my bike immediately and I ran up the hill. I didn't go up the hill with my bike. I parked it down and I ran up the hill. Luckily, the team had met up with him and they were around. The bike was lying down. Gerald was lying flat. I got there and I saw Gerald. I just said, oh no. I put my hand on my head. I was like, what have I done? What have I done? If I had slowed down or if I had stopped, this wouldn't have happened. So I started blaming myself. I went there. Luckily, I got there. I saw Gerald. I said, Gerald. Gerald opened his eyes. And I said, are you good? He said, yeah, I'm okay. He said, can you help me up? Then I held him. Then he came up and he sat. From there, I was a little relaxed. But I was still blaming myself. So I went into the gully where the bike was in front of me, sitting down and holding my head, thinking you could have done better. Because I was the road captain, I could have prevented this if I had listened to my instinct and I had stopped. So I sat there, I was like, okay. But when Gerald got up and he stood, I was like, okay, this is not as bad.
Seeing Gerald lie on the floor, I got cold feet immediately. So I immediately parked my bike. I didn't even turn off my engine. Parked my bike, ran to Gerald to make sure he was breathing. So when I saw that he was breathing and a few other guys were standing by him, I calmed down a little bit. I mentioned his name and he responded. I mentioned his name again and he responded. I said, okay, then it's not that bad. But I looked at his face. It looked like someone who was dehydrated. So immediately I asked for water for him, and then we gave him some water, and then that resuscitated him, and then he started moving his limbs bit by bit. That was a sign of relief for me. I said, wow, this is really something. Look, between the time I saw him lying down the way he was lying and the time he raised himself, I didn't know what I was even going through. I couldn't even describe what I was going through because there was so much running through my mind at that time. But thankfully, it didn't become so bad. Yeah.
Before, when we came, the last point I saw him was before the cliff. So when I was climbing, I realized that he slowed down because of the dust. So I came off, turned over here, and I was standing. No, like I...
That's why I was thinking he thought he was at fault. No, you cannot be. You can, I mean, unless you just want to carry somebody's burden for yourself. Let's go.
You lose a lot of weight by the time we get back. So drink.
I'm counting on that.
You will. I mean, for this much.
Seeing him back up, speaking to me in high spirits, said, well, okay, then this is not that bad. So immediately I re-engineered myself, reconditioned myself, because we had 5 more days to go. We can't break down on day 2 if we had 5 days more to go. So he even cheered us up. He wanted to get back on the bike and we told him, no, take a break. Let's, when we're going, we also take spare riders. Our mechanics double as spare riders, just in case someone is unable to carry along.
From Cape 3 Points, we had to go back to Sekondi, Takoradi, to recover a missing item. And from Sekondi, we had to climb up to Lake Bosomtwe in the Ashanti region.
So far, so good. The reason why we are here has been achieved. And everyone on the team is happy. We had one sad person, but he is smiling now. He's behind the camera right now, he's smiling a lot. Okay. Oh, we know the person. The person who is smiling a lot. We all know the person. Okay, so great. It's either we stay here and wait for the rain to stop, or we ride late at night. We have about 5 hours in class of journey to get to Lake Bosomtwe. I would advise we just ride through it. It's part of the adventure. We get to pass through dust.
Let's go!
So
It might not be raining in some other time.
exactly. So I might be, what's the name? Dropping back to check on everyone. Whilst I'm doing that, Senna, you don't have to drop back.
Yes, communicate. But I'll do that. I'll push you great. Then I think dropping back was I'll tell you. If Julian is okay, if Jaren is okay.
So I think that is about it. We are going to move again.
You okay?
Let's go!
Let's go! You okay? Let's go! At this time of the ride, it becomes a bit more intensive, it's more technical, fatigue begins to set in, you're using all the muscles, and people are having cramps, people are getting tired, and it's part of the ride. We have about another 8 more hours to go, so it's going to get more challenging as it gets darker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still 3 plus hours.
Oh, that's
3 hours 35.
It was supposed to be 5.5 hours, right?
5 hours.
Was
Something
5
like
hours
5
30
hours
minutes?
from there.
From there,
Sure.
and together with 3 hours.
But then from there to Kumasi is still also
I don't know. 2 hours.
Because from here to Bosomtwe is about 175.
It says 3 hours 35 minutes, but it depends
On the way we ride.
where no, where to go.
Okay.
And then also
More necessarily. Because I don't make
Exactly.
the whole trip difficult.
Exactly.
Because it's like, okay, fine, you can navigate the terrain, but when you are tired,
Yeah, when you're
and
tired
are
now,
weak,
you need
and
still
your
need
muscles
to,
are aching,
and you need to push on.
and all of a sudden you begin to feel the weight of a bike that you thought was not.
You thought it
that-
was very light. All of a
Thank
sudden now the bike, it becomes a very heavy bike.
So I think those are the tests that they're coming face to face with. So it's challenging.
I mean, there's
I love the way I look. I'm dirty. I've never worn a gear this dirty.
okay. Welcome to the AIS
Death road.
Death
I look like a death road.
episode. I think
Death
we've
episode,
had a
yeah.
number of deaths, more deaths this time round, at this stage of the trip. What do you mean? This, I mean, day 2, the amount of deaths we've had.
Oh, but
No, but
the
Deaths.
dirt.
Dirt.
That's because of the road we took. I think.
so does it mean that from day 4 we will not experience
There's more, but this is too early. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, but normally you go to the other side. So you face the death on day 4, 5.
no, usually the last part of it is the clean part.
Yes, the last
So
part
now
is
this time around, why the western area
Yeah.
we collected more
more
stuff
deaths. Exactly.
than we usually do. And then
Up there, just 1, 2 houses. So now we are going to get more in total than we should normally
Welcome to AI.
have. So this is the death.
AKA the
You've
death
been
episode.
adventured.
The death episode. Alright, let's go.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I don't like standing around the sun.
No, no, same. Everything confused. I will take over on the next one.
Using the kind of roads we were using, flat tires were just going to be, so we prepared adequately. We took enough inner tubes, we took enough patches, because the bikes are almost unbreakable. The Japanese bikes are almost unbreakable. The only thing that will slow them down a little bit will be a flat tire. And even that one, in 10 minutes, you are done and you're back on the road. So we prepared adequately for flat tires, because we knew that the kind of roads we were going to meet, we're going to render our tires flat most of the time. Even though it was below what I expected. I expected more flat tires than.
Have you seen a GS going up before? When you see a GS, you see this fat cow, they call it, and it goes up like this. It's so majestic. Look at this grasshopper. This grasshopper doing like this is normal. But look at the cow. When the cow dances, you're like, wow. The cow doing something. It's like
Okay, so you know that gravity is another form of force.
Right.
So gravity pulls anything to the ground.
Right.
So why would you ride a bike that has over 300 kilos?
stability.
What do you mean stability?
No, now then again, he doesn't know that.
You see,
it is not weight. It is
I
not
said
weight.
that.
When
you
you're
to
buying the
stabilize
Raptor,
it's
why do you
aerodynamics.
Even also,
why do you take the heavier one?
Hold on, let me give him. It is not weight used to stabilize things.
Yeah.
Aerodynamics.
It is not only aerodynamics.
This
You
is
cannot. He cuts it. This guy.
Now we understand. Look, I'm wasting my
Wait,
time.
video. You not wasting your time.
That is why I'm saying that you are burning more fuel and you are causing more harm to the environment. Because you have to.
It has been factored now. It has been factored.
This time I want to hear the harm that you have. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, pollution.
Because you know, even if NASA has to go to space,
I beg, video
have to
the
carry fuel
Raptor. Once you're talking
transport
video the
the
Raptor,
fuel.
this is the owner of the Raptor talking.
you see, if NASA, this time I'm with you. if NASA is going to space,
Guess your fact.
there's sometimes the entire
Which one? The
bottle,
maneuverable.
the entire bottle contains fuel.
You don't know this.
And then the space device itself can be the tip of the yellow. And sometimes you have to carry fuel to burn, to transport.
Yes.
You have to burn fuel in order to transport the fuel you haven't even burned.
You are using a name.
So if you are riding on over 300 kilos bike, it means that you are carrying unnecessary metal. That you have
Have you seen the F800 GS? It's also 21.
Flatter tires because they need to stay low.
The
But
flatter you are,
they
the
have-
broader you are.
They have better, let's say, lower center of
in
gravity.
skating and all that,
They
because
remain
if you apply
on
your
ground.
brake-
However, for them to maneuver, it's different.
It's a small area.
For them to what?
Maneuver, as in to quickly move or change, they will take more ground because they're on the ground. You understand? So stability-wise, the thinner ones, you can move quicker. That's the only thing. But to be honest, the difference between this and that is not much.
Okay, but one is smaller than the other. It's not
Right now,
one
the thing is, right now I don't have
One
much
is
fat
21,
streets,
the
so
other
I'm not
one
going
is-
to.
Bro, this
I'm not
is.
going-
No,
It's not a matter of your fact. No one has any.
Then from Lake Bosomtwe, we go into central Kumasi to go and sleep, which was a very packed day.